So it's 5 o'clock in my time, and I've been awake for the past couple hours, I believe. I think I maybe slept at least about 2 to 3 hours, which is phenomenal for me these days. I don't ever get a good night's sleep unless like my body gets so tired that it just zones out. It doesn't respond to any external stimuli. Because I know on those nights that I just go for it in the sense of sleeping, like I'm just crashed. When I wake up, my head is like thick with fog. I wear masks. I buy masks and I wear them. And if I don't wear it for a couple hours, like say I don't wear it for a day because I'm moving around, when I decide to put it on, when the smell or the fumes get too strong, and I put it on, I can smell the chemicals soaked into the mask. It's almost like I'm being misted, like I said. But I don't think it happened yesterday, because when I took a shower yesterday, there's a red soap that I have. When there's a mist, there's this white stuff all over the soap. It settles on the soap. There wasn't any yesterday. And it was drizzling. It rained for a brief period of a couple minutes yesterday. So the humidity was high. So I know I can rule the humidity out. It's not humidity doing that. But of course, she wants to talk. In my country, we call it gaff. She wants to gaff. She wants to talk. She has things to say, you know. She's bored in her own mind. She needs to talk. And even as I'm saying it now, it's like, as I'm talking here, she has to chime in like she's talking. Maybe she wants me to say her name on here. See, I think they're lawsuit people, and they're looking for, I believe, a reason to file a lawsuit against me. Like they're looking for something to... It's been over a year since I moved out of the state that I left her, the state. Now, if she's in this state that I am, I changed 2 states after. This is a huge coincidence, it would be. Not only would she be in the state, she would be like within the vicinity, very close to where I am. I don't think so. Even God himself would say that's a little too coincidental. I don't know. For me, it's just a chain of events that brought me here. This is not my choice. I came here because of my friend John, and he's the only one at the time when the craziness started, or when I became aware of the craziness, who was there for me, and he still is. But one of the things she wakes me up is that, I don't know if you guys go through this, but the level of depravity in the things she says is like all kinds of vile, disgusting things that people do to each other. All kinds of crimes that can be committed. It's constantly she's putting, it's like, you know, she finds a way to like say these things. But right now, it's all about diseases in the human body. I don't know what that have to do with me. Maybe because my body is succumbing to whatever she's doing. It's starting to break down a little. It's starting to suffer. It's starting to suffer. It's I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling this woman is one of the most disgusting, vile creatures that God ever created. I don't think he created her this way. I think she chose to be this way. Let me rephrase that. I should ask for forgiveness, because he didn't create her that way. He created a woman. She chose this path in life. She opened herself up to this evil that she is. She is vile, she's disgusting, and the things she says they're horrendous. They're horrendous. They come from a place of, to me, deep depravity, where there's only ugliness lurking inside her, of the most vile, disgusting, derogatory, ugly energy. I don't know. I don't know. Her energy is not one that is agreeable, that is conductive, that is designed to get things better. It's like the things she says, the place that she lives in her head. Maybe it's just hacking on steroids. Now, what are a few things? What are a few of the things that a person like her, she can hack, or she has some kind of device that allows her to see into the people's things. I've seen this woman. My phone was off. I had an Android phone and an Apple phone. Had my Android phone completely turned off, not just turned down like the ringer. The phone itself was powered off. I was laying on the bed, and I was leaned over my bed, and I was on my iPhone. The camera, I was in the dark. The camera, I was staying in the dark a lot because of they were circling. They were circling my house. So I used to stay in the dark a lot because I didn't want them to be seeing in my house. This is one of the things, when you realize you're being, people are sitting around your house, you try to stay in the dark. You try to stay in the dark because you don't want them seeing in your house. Like something goes off in your head. I don't know what were your guys' initial reaction to being stalked, to being bombarded, to being hemmed in and just shepherded, basically, like you're an animal in a cage. What was your initial reaction to all of it? How did you respond to it? So for me, I kept in the dark because I felt like I didn't want people to, I didn't want them to see in my house. It's like I just didn't want that. But anyway, I was leaning over my bed, and the camera on the Android, the phone that was powered off, just glowed. I was like, whoa. That's when I realized in earnest that yes, I was being hacked. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know that it could happen. I didn't know that could happen. I'm like, the phone is completely powered up. How is that possible? How could the camera glow red if the phone is powered off? What kind of a device can do that? See, if I get the police to listen to me, if I get law enforcement to listen to me, pay attention to me, they will know what that is. And they will know if a civilian is allowed to have that type of technology. And if there isn't, or there is, are they supposed to be using it for that purposes, to terrorize a woman for no reason? If I am wanted by the US government, nobody has questioned me yet. Nobody's asked me anything. I've never been asked to go to court or give a testimony or call in, nothing at all. If I am being watched, why? For what reason? At least tell me. And for how many years? What they're trying to do, in my opinion, is trying to make me feel like I am a wanted fugitive, like I'm being investigated for some reason, it's like maybe they want to get me in the mindset that I am doing something wrong. See, when we get into this certain mindset, we create this energy around us, like the energy of a prisoner, and then you become one. The energy of somebody who's deported, then you become deported. because we create that reality for ourselves. They're trying to use you against you, basically. They're trying to use me against me. Because this is, I think, what she's trying to do. Almost psychosomatic. People call it psychosomatic. But what it does is it builds up an energy of creation. And then you will find people, places, situations start turning in a direction that you don't want it to go, of what you're fearful of. She knows how energy works. She's a product of it. Her own, this newfound her is probably a product of it. So I don't know. So I don't understand what, but the thing is, she woke me up, and but one of the things before I move on, watch for the camera. If your camera is glowing red in the dark, if your phone is off, then you're being hacked really, really badly. There was one time where, like, every time around 11 o'clock at night, where the upper right hand, where you see the 5G or the 4G or the LTE, or where your internet symbol would be, it used to go off briefly, and then a G, lowercase g, would appear right there. It would come on for like a brief second or two and then go away again. I noticed it several times. I tried several times to take a picture. One night I just click when I saw it disappear. When I saw the LTE disappeared, click, and then I caught the G, called several of them. And I thought, I'm going to send one to my friend, the same friend right here who helped me to come here. But then I thought he might be sleeping. My first instinct, they say always follow your first instinct, was to send a copy to him. I didn't do it. The next morning I woke up. Guess what? All the G's were gone off my phone. All the photos, every single one of them was gone. Now, if they had nothing to be afraid of with that G, why did they do that? I can take a polygraph any day with that. Why did they delete those G's? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is how not fair my life has become. It's the sheer unfairness of this. They are physically reaching in your life and fucking things up. That was going to be my point. They are physically reaching in your life and fucking everything up. Taking whatever they want, rearranging whatever they want. Helping themselves to whatever they want. And then it's almost like they're so comfortable now with what they've become and what they're doing. It's like you become this, to them in their mind, what an asshole. Look at the things he or she is letting them get away with. Well, I'm this big giant doofus who clueless, stupid, useless basically to them, because I'm not smart enough or strong enough or connected enough to, combat whatever they're doing to me. I don't even know. The unfairness of their role doesn't dawn on them. They don't care about that. To them, because their vision is so limited, they can only see their own evil as like they're rock stars in their own mind. They're literally like rock stars in their own minds. They're like, they pump themselves up basically in their own mind. They're like, just superior to everybody else in their own mind. Superior intellect. They have more reach, they have more tenacity, they have more contacts. And you're stupid basically. Because you're just sitting there now letting everything happen. Which is me in this case. To the point where they can literally start taunting me. Because the gist of the things that she would say, and there's someone on YouTube who said the same thing. They were attacking his spirituality, church going. That God doesn't want him, God doesn't like him. Obviously, this is a man who likes to be close to his creator. They're trying to separate him from that. I mean, to go to that extreme length what he was talking about too, that's too much. It shows that they have no fear of God. There is an evil, and these people have let it into their hearts. And this is a bad evil. This is an evil with no conscience, no empathy. And they will do anything. One of these days, the US government is going to find something hit it so hard right in between the eyes. And they can't say they weren't warned. They can't say that they weren't warned. All of us been warning them for a long time. They're not listening. They're going after Russian terrorists. And the evil is right here in their backyards. And no, it's not in us, and we're the victims. We're trying to tell you, but you don't listen. This is my philosophy on it. And I know some of you who are going through this feels the same way. It's going to hit them right between the eyes. And they can't say then that they weren't warned. The thing is the thing she says. Is always, right now, there's a lot about diseases and this and that and diseases. She's like, she wants me to focus on diseases and my body being disease-ridden. This is what she wants me to focus on. Diseases. Now, why is this woman wanting me dead? Why is she wanting me dead? This is so personal. I don't know her. I don't know what she's been doing to me or other people. I really, as hand to God, I don't really know her. I don't know anything about her. So she cannot say, well, I know something about her, some deep, dark secret, that if I divulge it, she will spend the rest of her life in jail. I don't know. I don't know her. I don't even know the extent to what she's done to me, much less anybody else. I don't know. So, why is this feeling to me like this is so personal? Why does this feel to me like this is so personal to her? That I feel like this is a personal attack. This is not just some random gang stalking where they have no personal stake except they're getting paid to do what they do. What's their motivation? Money. Paying their rent. They don't care. It's COVID enough. You know, you and I will look for legitimate ways to make money. Some people don't. They will use, if it's raining or sunshine, to do something bad. Because this is who they are. This is who they choose to be. Nobody's forcing them. This is who they choose to be. In my family, I was raised, if you don't have money, you get a job. You look for some way to make money. Legitimately. Illegal things don't even come into play. We don't, like, that's not an area of life that we chose to expand on or explore. I don't understand that. She's opened up my eyes to evil. Like, I don't know. And all too mentally is this the thing. And yes, it makes me sound schizophrenic, like I'm hearing a voice that's telling me to do evil. It's not telling me to do evil. She's just having all these things in my head. But diseases, what the fuck? I don't know. I was saying some stuff in 2019 when she was in her house like I thought she was being locked in her house. And I said some things, like I just theorized of all the things that the boyfriend could have been doing. Like live streaming people, like, because she was acting almost like something was wrong with her mentally. Maybe he hit her in the head. Maybe he caused a mental problem. He's trying to keep her away from her family because if she's around them and she starts talking, then they'll realize there's something wrong with her because this is not the way she acts. I mean, there's so many things I came up with, Maybe they're live streaming. Maybe they have these video cams or live cams or whatever. Maybe they're... I came up with a whole bunch of things that they could have been doing. In my own house, that is. I didn't go sit in her house and do it. I did it in my house. So whatever was said there, if they weren't hacking or literally sitting around my house, they couldn't have heard me. And if they were sitting around my house to hear that, then they were there for that purpose, to listen to what I was saying. Which means they were up to no good to begin with. It's as simple as that. They were up to no good to begin with. Because I'm not the only neighbor they had. None of us sat around their house listening to them. We just didn't give a shit what they said. I mean, who cares? But the thing is, if for her to sit around my house, it doesn't matter what time of day or night, to listen to my conversation, it shows that there's some ulterior motive. She lived there for 3.5 years, for 3 years. This didn't start after like 3 years, as far as I could tell. Right? So, why then all of a sudden? For 3 years, I never seen her sit around my house. Why then all of a sudden? That don't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. So I don't know. But I have a feeling that they're setting me up with something. I have a feeling they're trying to set me up. Well, this is what they'll do. They'll try to make you feel, well, they have so much on you that if you go to the police, well, I say, you know what? Let's go. I'll do my time. If you want to set me up, so you want to do yours too. I don't care how many contacts they have. Somebody, someplace, gonna put them in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that'll be it for them. That's my challenge. I don't really care. They're trying to kill me anyway. What's the point? I don't care. Because I'm getting to that point where I don't care. And I know some of you feel exactly the same way. But don't. Don't give in to them. Just be strong. Call their bluff. They're the ones who are hurting us. They're the ones who are causing problems in our lives. They're the ones who are causing the distress and the dis-ease. They're the ones who are doing this. We're not the perpetrators. We're just wondering what the hell happened to us. Why is this happening? Because anytime you come to standing from a distance and looking at you is one thing. But these people are starting, and as I knew it, I thought so. Where does it end? And I said it. When she was sitting around my house, I thought the boyfriend was making her do that. Then I thought the next thing he's going to make her do is key somebody's car or go break a person's window or something. Because these things accelerate. They tend to get worse. They tend to get worse. And where does it stop with them? What's the ultimate? The ultimate is to take someone's life. To play with someone's life to the point where they freaking die. A fatality. That would be like the ultimate. At this point, I believe she would rather me dead. This is how I see it. Don't know why. That's just the way it is. But yet still she doesn't stop. See, that's my point. Since I started making these recordings about 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, she still hasn't stopped. It's like she paints herself into these corners where it's a do or die, where it's like she tells herself, or her posse tells her, her peeps tell her, that I'm a detriment to them and to her. That their gang, or whatever they call themselves, is not safe. because I will probably say something, or later something will come back to haunt them. Something they will do to somebody else. They'll get caught, and people will do exactly what I think, go back through their past, and then they'll hit upon me. And then I will probably corroborate everything that is probably going to happen to someone in the future. So they're afraid. There's any number of things they can tell her, because she seems a little, she takes a little people pleasing to the extreme. She's probably one of those females who needs to belong. She needs to belong in the bosom of her posse. She feels safe there, and the only way they can make her feel safe is if the threat, which is me, is no longer there. I'm a blunt person. I'm really blunt. But anyway, those of you who are going through this or something similar, hopefully it's not as bad as this. You know, hang in there, and don't ever let them get the best of you mentally. They'll wear you down. They will wear you down. They will come at you in all areas of your life and wear you down. Because there's a common theme I notice. They attack our finances first. Job, employment, finances. Self-employed, doesn't matter. They attack that. They attack the housing. They attack the physical body, the mental health, emotional health. They attack every area of your life. It's like they all read the same freaking handbook. Stalkers Anonymous. Or Stalkers Inc. Or Terrorizing People Inc. Soon they'll have businesses teaching people how to terrorize people. Or is this a natural ability? It's not a natural ability in me, and I know it's not a natural ability in you either. This is a chosen career path for them. They created this. And if there's anything that we can do to get the government to listen to us, please let me know. I think if we band together, they will listen to us. Please, and stay safe.